Hi YouTube, I'm Tandy, the Pioneer Guy. I've recently made a Patreon where you can help me make content full-time. That Patreon link's going to be in the description below. If you like the video here on YouTube, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button at the end. Thanks for watching. I don't think one win gets you anything though, if I'm not mistaken. Do I keep this hand? Probably not. Oh, cool, another one-lander. Playing as Cranky Kong. Alright, well, I guess I have to keep this one. Do you think Unlicensed Integration is outclassed by other things in the Mardu Greasefang deck? 3 mana removal is not tenable in this format without having like a lot of splash damage like Colgun's Command. Alright, I'm just going to put back the 2 removal spells. I'm going to keep combo elements and hope for the best. We're going to go blue here on this one. Maybe I should have led with white on Pathway in case I needed black for this. Unclear. Thoughtseize you. That's the best thing you can have happen to you after you get hit with a double mulligan, you know? Alright, Triumph's pretty good. And now we'll just play this on white and we have all our colors. How's the Lotus Field deck? Did we 5-0? No, we went 1 and 3. I'm bad. Unlicensed splash damage, so that sounds like it's playable good. Unlicensed, does it hit artifacts or is it just creature and deal damage? I'm pretty sure it's just creature deal damage, right? I mean, like, it needs to be able to kill multiple types of permanents. Yeah, I mean, creature deal damage is, like, okay-ish, I guess. Okay, so we're playing against Mardu Fangies. Let's say Artifact, Portable Hull. I feel like I'm gonna die. Next turn we can get lucky though. I mean, I assume that they're just gonna put something into play into the graveyard and Parhelion on me, huh? So maybe maybe it didn't matter what I did. Well, we got black mana now. Interesting. No attacks. I guess we start with Mending. That way, if we draw Parhelion, we just go for it. Okay. Now, they probably have a removal spell for the Greasefang, but if they don't, you know, we're in okay shape. Axe Pitch Parhelion. Well, we're fucked, so GG. I mean, that's the reason why I don't like playing Greasefang either, man. It's just so vulnerable. Like, I did not expect to play a mirror in the first round. I mulliganed to 5, got Thoughtseized. And when I do find my combo, I just get 1 mana disrupted. So it's like, why even? I don't understand the appeal. I don't understand the appeal. It's like really cool whenever it works, I guess, but it's just so dog shit against every piece of 1 mana interaction and graveyard interaction. Yada yada yada. Should have crude Chariot with Greasefang. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We're about to see the appeal in a second. Oh yeah. Well, I guess you see the appeal for the Mardu version, not this version. So maybe I'm just a big fucking idiot who doesn't deserve anything or anyone or any fun. See if we can match. We're like the second to do it, so it doesn't matter. They already have the 4/4s. They just get to do it again next turn. I guess we want Rays. Rays are okay. Go blank maybe. Don't really want silence. Portable Hole is kind of dog shit. Maybe we want some vetoes or Supreme Verdict. Something like this is fine, I think. March is good. All right, we'll keep this one. Little Mending on 2, discard Chariot, probably. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I do think that she is powerful enough to get banned playing with power, but the deck is not dominant enough for it to get banned at the moment. And so because of that, I would actually rather see some unbans to kind of juice the power level of the format a bit. I feel like there's 3 or 4 decks on top of the world and everything else is kind of just floating and is like very metagame dependent, whereas those 4 are just kind of the bee's knees. Well, J-Core, when I did that, I lost to Redding Volley, so I don't know. My experience with Greasefang is perhaps the combo itself is powerful, but more for gold fishing, and that the Marty version is probably the best because it's able to play a longer game. But I wanted to try out this version because it did well and it has 4 colors with Chariot. All right, well, I'm gonna go for Greasefang here and see what happens. I think we're gonna get fucking dumpstered here, is what I think. Man, they just always have it, man. Come on. All right, we'll hold up March / Veto / Thirst and say go. They're stuck on 2, so we might have a shot this game. Isn't Leyline of Abundance banned in this format? Yes, it is, but I think it was an okay ban at the time. I do think it can get unbanned though. Although I don't know if making the Nykthos decks the best is what you really want to do. I don't want to gamble on not having Veto mana up, so I'm just going to hold up Thirst / Veto. I should have probably discarded a March. All right, they don't have anything in the graveyard, so no reason not to let it resolve. It's going to exile it now. Use my mana efficiently. Ray's pretty good. A Thirst. I have a Ray to protect, so I'm not worried about another Greasefang. So maybe I want to hold up Veto this turn. I think I'm going to discard Mech Hangar and March. And then we'll just go blue for this. Say go. Sepsis Bear coming in with 19 months. Thank you so much for the resub, Sepsis Bear. Appreciate you. Welcome back to Todd Squads. Get some sub in chat for our friend Sepsis. MJ Simpson, thanks for the follow. All right. What are we doing? Charting? All right, just discard another March, I guess. And then next turn we'll go Greasefang plus Veto and get back Chariot. Something like that. Just hold up Veto and Ray. You have so many cards in hand. This is weird. I think I'm going to kill this Epicure. Nah, I'll just take it. The 2/2s are going to invalidate it. All right, so we got black, white, 1. And then we want this on black. You want it on white. Sixteen turn clock. Better watch out, Todd. I know. It's scary. But I figured I was getting this back to make 2/2s, so I could just hold up the raise forever. That way, we don't even have to veto when they go for, Alright, well, we have one answer here. A Thoughtseize, I think we'll veto the Thoughtseize. We have double Ray to protect. Need to put a stop on their main, I think. Not having green here because I discarded the Mech Hangar. I thought about that earlier, but I thought I needed the colored source. That was before I drew the Greasefang, though. But I probably should have thought about it. Alright, we'll Ray this thing, give it -4/-4 with Veto backup. I don't know what this is. Some sort of protection thing, maybe. Alright, let's go chart a course. We'll discard Chariots. I think I'm gonna Thirst also. Although maybe I play the Branchloft. Maybe I hold it though. Alright, nice. Cool game, cool game. So we have the black source for Ray, but it's gonna be weird with this. I'm gonna keep in hopes that we just draw a land or two without having to really trouble ourselves. Otherwise, I think I have to go blue on this, white on this, and then hopefully I draw a land off Faithful Mending. But then I'm vulnerable to turn 3 Greasefang if they have it. Alright, well that was a great draw. That makes everything much easier. So now we'll play this on blue, this on white. Or maybe on black, I don't know. I love that Mech Hangar just cast Chariot. That's kind of nice. Isaac, thanks for the follow. Do you plan on playing in the Mana Trader series? It's a tough question. Tough question. My gut says no for now, but that doesn't mean that I don't want to play. I was going to try to get them to sponsor my stream, and I felt like that was a great way for me to do it. But then they just never reached back out to me, and I messaged them like 5 times. So Just gonna say probably not for now. It's just a lot of grinding for like a one-shot tournament or whatever, which isn't that big of a deal, but you know, we're already playing the matches, so I don't know why we wouldn't just do that. I guess we discard a Brightclimb. I want to keep the pathway. Do I want another black, another white? Guess we'll go black. We'll just say go. I don't want to just get hammered by their Greasefang, you know? So we're going to leave up 2 ways to kill it if we need. We'll just Thirst Gnaw GOT. I will just say go. We got 2 Rays up and a Thirst. Although instead of Thirst, I think I'm going to Thirst over Faithful, since I get to see 1 deeper. And what a Cosmonaut. How's Greasefang any good? The card's really good. The decks themselves are okay, right? You have to play a lot of clunkers in your deck. I think the key is finding stuff like Chariot to make the normal draws smoother when you don't find Okiba or you don't find stuff like that. Let's go Artifact. I'm gonna go ahead and play Chariot, hold up Ray. I'm not vulnerable to Thoughtseize here because I have 2 Rays. And if they have I'm gonna let Greasefang go to combat, bring Parhelion back, and then kill it with the trigger on the stack, so that it goes back to their hand. They have to discard it again. And hopefully that like taps them out enough where it's okay. I just assume that they have an answer for this, so I'm trying to make them bite first. Well, Jukwall, I'm sorry, man. I don't really know what you are talking about. I haven't really had much trouble with them myself. I use them like every single day that I'm on stream for 3-4 different decks sometimes, and decks usually take anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes to come back. All right, so once the Parhelion targets on the stack, they can't crew if this is dead. Well, we're inside combat, so we'll come back and then it'll go back to the hand. Now, they could do something to protect their Greasefang there that I'm not aware of with black-red, but they can't crew the Parhelion this turn, which is a huge deal. And now, if we draw Veto, we might be able to just get their ass with Greasefang. But I don't want to let them... I think I might just wait. I think I'm just going to crew and attack. We have pressure. If they axe, we'll just play another Chariot and hold up another Enfeeblement. I don't need another Mech Hangar, so I'll probably just play my Pathway on blue and then play Thirst and say go. We can Thirst and Faithful if we want. Fatal Push is fine. They didn't act, so they still need a way to get the Parhelion back into the graveyard. This is fine-ish. We have 6 power. We'll just keep attacking. Faithful Mending. I think I'll go ahead and... Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't loot. Maybe I do, though. It's just kind of free. I don't want to put anything else in the graveyard, though. We'll discard a Mech Hangar and Hengegate to go. We're going to hold the Thirst for Knowledge, though, so we can do that later. Jones Veto is a very good draw here. So now we have Veto plus Ray, or Veto or Ray. Maybe I should have kept a land over one of the Greasefangs. That was probably a mistake. Let's see if they draw a card. They don't. Tandy, I'm building this version of Phoenix. Do you think I need Thing the Ice? Rafa Martin, that is a service we offer for $5. If you'd like to have a deck tech for you, a $5 donation with a link to a visual viewer would be how you do it. We're dead now. That sucks. All right, well, we're going to veto this, and then they're going to go... maybe they don't have anything. Maybe we're not dead. They don't have a Parhelion in the yard yet, so they need to have a loot spell and another Greasefang, or reanimate plus another a rummage, or something. They sacked their thing, so now we're clear for takeoff for Okiba, maybe. We can use this to crew this. See what happens. All right, match started. Round 2. Thanks for the 5 Simic. Rafa Martin, there's your deck tech, baby. Hope that was helpful. It's very close already, so it shouldn't be that hard to just swap skis. All right, we're going to keep this hand. I need blue for the Thirst for Knowledges, so this is probably going to be on white. No turn 1 play on the Temple Garden, which is awkward for me. All right, let's stop on their main, or stop stopping on their main. We'll just Hallowed Fountain. Now we can maybe play this as white and this is black. Also, how's it going, Rattlesnake? Hope you're having a good day, friend. All right, I'm just going to go Portable Hole on the... I don't want to go on the treasure token. Zap your mana. This thing is whatever. Like, it's just a body. And I could take away the body so that Winota doesn't have anything to do, but that assumes that there's no play on 3. All right, well, there's no play on 3. Maybe I should just Portable Hold both of them, huh? All right, well, Winota plus attack with 1 is not usually GG. Okay, well, there's no Winota, so that's great news for me. I'm probably going to just discard this Portable Hole and ignore all their creatures from now on. Well, we found Parhelion, so we'll do that instead. We'll go Portable Hole, Greasefang, hit with Parhelion, attack for a bunch, and hope for the best. They played Voids because I think they thought I had a counterspell. So let's go black. We'll go white for Portable Hole on the Voice. Assume they don't have any sort of interaction because it's Winota. Make sure I have a stop on my beginning combat. And we have a March as well, which is nice. What song is this? Sounds like a Discovery Channel by the Bloodhound game. So this is just a playlist from Amazon's soundtrack by Twitch. This is called Wildcard by Relinquisher. It's just like a synthwave playlist. It's nothing special. But I do quite enjoy it. I listen to it every stream. It's like 6 hours long. We usually go through the whole thing like once every 2 days. All right, Winota coming in hot. We'll get to block the Innkeeper. We can exile Winota with March. All right, they missed. GG. Did Lotusfield not go well? We went 1 and 3. I'm not very good with it, so GG me. I like the cages. I like the Rays of Enfeeblement. I like the Portable Holes, Chart of Course. Brutality is never going to hit from hand, so we're just going to cut that. since 2-mana removal is kind of booty cheeks. Bring in another Verdict, and then we got to cut 2 more. And I think the 2 more we're going to cut is Faithful Mending. Faithful Mending, I think, is the worst of the bunch. And then I'll be good to go. Probably. All right. Lotus is hard on MTGO. Lotus is just hard. I'm bad. I don't play very much. I'm bad. Etc. No lander, got a mole. 1 lander, got a mole. 8 lander, gotta keep. Put back the green source. Cancel. Let's keep the green source maybe. All right, we still have the chance for a turn 3 Greasefang mini combo. You're not bad, you're just differently skilled. Yeah, you can infer that from my tone. I do not think that I'm terrible at Magic. I think that I am not skilled with certain decks. Like most people, I am human. Well, I think we're just gonna do it next turn, so that's cool. So here comes Winota. If they whiff 1 time, we have a shot. Unfortunately, we didn't have the Ray last turn, or else we might have just went hold up Ray. If they miss, we have a shot. If they hit, we're probably dead. They hit another Winota only. Okay, so now we can just go... Shit. Now I don't know what to do. So I can go Cage plus Ray of Enfeeblement on Elvish Mystic. I actually kind of like that. Just constrict their mana. Next turn we'll Greasefang attack. The Cage shuts this down. We'll take 4 down to 9. They can maybe play another creature, but then Greasefang with the 2 angels next turn is going to be pretty good. Rest in peace. Ah, they're doing it to me. The thing I'm doing to them, they're doing to me now. Ha-ha. Ha-ha. The difference is you have 2 lands. And I have 4. Black, white 1. 3rd Greasefang, love it. Unfortunately, I don't think I could have afforded to just Greasefang on 3. I think Winota with 2 triggers is more powerful than a couple 4/4 angels. I'm definitely going to trade. I have another 4/3 coming down. Mine's legendary. Kind of hoping they just never draw a land. We're at 8, so we got to be careful with our life. All right, we'll go ahead and raid this thing. I'm going to attack for 4, and then Thirst for Knowledge EOT. We can maybe draw March to deal with Rest in Peace. All right, Voice. Not that big a deal because Rest in Peace shuts it down. We'll just play everything main phase or in response. I don't really want another land. We'll keep the chart. We can attack and draw 2, which is nice. Our life total is getting a little low, but I do want this extra card draw here, I think. For 1 turn anyway. Ooh, lands. Maybe I should have kept... I don't know. Faithful Mending just seems so bad in that spot. As a Pioneer guy, how would you fix Pioneer right now, or is it in a good place? Nick to Mike, I think it's in a pretty great place right now, my friend. I would not personally change anything. But if you do want to change stuff, There are ways to do it. I will just say go. I don't think I'm gonna win the game anymore. Screw versus Flood. Them having that rest in peace at just the right time was pretty brutal. Alright, GG. Hardcast Parhelion, baby. It wouldn't be the first time. Probably won't be the last. We'll just keep it as is. I think Faithful Mending is the worst of the bunch. I would much rather have Chart of Course than Faithful Mending in my 75 in general. We'll keep, I guess. I don't know. Any card draw off the top lets me Greasefang them. We got all our colors. We even have green for Chariot if we draw. What we don't have is interaction, but I have quite a few peels off the top, which could be good with the Parhelion. All right, so I guess we go for white chart. Good draw, obviously. I wish I could disguise it somehow, but it is what it is. If they go rest in peace here, I'm going to be sad. Fable's great. Fable's fine. Now, they can Winota me next turn, but I think that they're going to be dead to the angels and such over the next turn or two. All right, so black on this. I think Chart of Course is much better than Faithful Mending, personally. Even with the flashback. You just don't lose cards. That's a big deal. Miscargo says, good afternoon, Todd. I've been looking at getting into Pioneer with Black-White Vampires. How do you feel about the deck as positioned in the format currently? I think it's okay. Kalidas is really strong. I think with the new set, you might want to try a version that plays the new Grixis Vampire to put into play off of the Sorn minus. I don't think the white adds very much to the deck. I think the black is the core of the deck, and the white's only added because you needed something like Edgar to really give it some more punch. But I don't know. I'm not sold on it. It was really good a while back, but these days it's felt a bit lackluster in the face of combo. Even with Thoughtseize, you just don't have a very fast clock. You need a very early sword minus to put in a big thing, and then that thing needs to kind of be ridden to victory against combo. Against other decks, mid-range decks, like the Vampire deck's fine. It's up there. It's pretty solid. Okay, we'll keep. We'll just discard the Chariot, I guess, and another land. The mono black aggro decks lost a lot of their staying power when Smuggler's Copter got banned, Cygnus, so I don't think that that's the way to go either, unfortunately. Alright, so this is our black mana, so we'll just play this on white and say go. So I wonder if they have Deadly Dispute. Don't know exactly what they're playing yet. Yeah, Deadly Dispute resolves. Get a better idea what they're playing. Well, still haven't seen a Parhelion or a Greasefang. I will be discarding. We don't have a green source, so we'll discard this and a Pathway. I will play this on black and say go, and we'll just play Thirst for Knowledge. If you want to go black, you should probably play some BR deck, lots of options. Yeah, Rakdos mid is pretty good right now. I think Rakdos mid kind of fills the same role as Vampires and is a bit better, just for right now. All right, let's thirst it up. I'm a thirsty boy. I need me my Greasefang. Let's discard an artifact. I have this Verdict. I don't really want to just one-for-one the Blood Tithe Harvester when I have Verdict in hand. All right, let's go Chariot. I think I'm just gonna -2 this. I kind of want a second blue. I don't need a second white. Or a third white, excuse me. Maybe 2 modes. We do discard. Opponent, creature. We'll discard Mending. Mending from the graveyard's better than from hand. For casting purposes, anyway. Here comes another Dispute, probably. Our Blood Token, discard Parhelion. Uh-oh. Well, we have Verdict to get rid of that shit, I guess. So that we're going to get Greasefang, and then we just Wrath. And then we lose to Can't Stay Away on the following turn, so... I think we're just dead, which is kind of shitty. I have to play this as a white, so maybe I can draw a white source and march something. I did not think that they were Parhelioning. Otherwise, we would have just held up March forever. I guess it's back in their hand, so it's not that bad yet. All right, so we got to go blue for this, white, black, blue, Verdict. And they can't stay away, but there's no other artifact in the graveyard just yet. So they found Voldaren Epicure. And they can discard Parhelion, and if they draw a Greasefang, they can play Greasefang this turn. But otherwise, I get to hold up March for their Greasefang very soon. So my Greasefang does not get back a Parhelion, so I can't justify going for it yet. I'll go this on white and say go. If they don't go for it, we'll just play some Faithful Mendings. If they do go for it, we will play March and just pay the full. Just start again next turn. All right, so I don't want to put a stop in their draw step. I'm gonna wait for them to get it back. Or stop in their main phase, rather. So in response to this, we'll exile the... X or less. Okay, I didn't mess up. That's fine. So it comes back, then it goes back into their hand. They can't crew it because it crews for 4. And they have to find another way to discard it again. And we'll go Greasefang, hope they didn't draw a push off the treasure token. And we'll just get back Chariot and provide some defense for us. And I guess I could... I'm going to Mending first. In case I draw Parhelion. It's a little bit better. Let's see, we'll keep the... I guess we can discard green source now because we found Mech Hangar. So they have Axe. I guess now the question is, do they have another Greasefang? I'm gonna play Mech Hangar. Totalo, thanks for the follow. Mono black with Cabal Stronghold, let's go full jank. Maybe, that sounds fun. I love me some Cabal Coffers, Cabal Stronghold, Urborg shenanigans. Sucks that so this costs 3 to crew. So what can we draw here? What can we draw here? We're at 4. Collective Brutality. That one's okay. Let's go Faithful Mending first. We don't need the Mech Hangar here, I don't think. Alright, so we can go Greasefang and Brutality, but not land Greasefang Brutality. So Greasefang just gets back Esika's Chariot, and then I die. So let's just discard 2 lands, and then we'll just go target creature gets -2/-2 on the Epicure. I just hope they don't draw a creature to crew the Sky Sovereign, I guess. I don't know. I don't think I can really win the game if they draw a creature. They're looting because they don't have one yet. Set an opponent discard to ward on MTG, but I wasn't sure. Oh, Cranky, the replicate should beat ward. If they discard it, then they just made a mistake. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, well, rip me. All right, so we'll bring back Chariot. We'll crew an attack. And again, if they draw any creature, I'm dead, which is awkward, but is what it is. Chariot comes back. All right, so let's go Ray of Enfeeblement again, coming back. Verdict, I think's okay. Go blank's okay. Don't Veto's okay. And then we cut Silence. Portable Hole's kind of shitty. Collective Brutality's kind of shitty. Everything else is pretty good. We'll keep this one. We can cast most of our spells with this hand, including the Chariot. Oh, Simic, you and Joey always be fighting. Whose chat were y'all in this morning? Spikes? All right, they're on 5 cards. That's good news for me. We have a couple ways to interact with a Greasefang. Thirst for Knowledge is a great draw. I kind of want to march this. She's going to deal me a bunch of damage. I don't want to deal with it. Parhelion, okay. All right, so we don't actually want this to go back to their hands. So we put a stop on their main. And then we play Enfeeblement. And then we just go blank and we get their Parhelion out of the graveyard and they only have 1 card in hand. And we just play like a control role here, kind of. And we see what else they discard. 2 Fatal Pushes. Okay, 2 Fatal Pushes gone. Fable the Mirror Breaker. That's quite a good card. Quite a good card to draw. We do have Verdict. We'll maybe wait a turn before we Verdict. I'm going to Thirst for Knowledge here, I think, looking for land. Or if I draw land, I'll just play Chariot. Okay. All right, let's just Thirst main. Let's do Artifact. Pitch Parhelion. I'm going to Shock to go. And then we can either march the Goblin or like inside combat, or we can march a Greasefang if they're threatening Parhelion. Because Parhelion with this is lethal. They discard 2 lands, so we're not afraid of Parhelion. So we'll kill the Goblin Shaman with March here. Do we march? I kind of just want to Verdict, Fable, in the Epicure next turn, so I guess I'll just hold up Thirst for Knowledge. Okay, take another black mana. I already have 2 blue. We can also just go Thirst plus Mending if we want to. don't know why I have to click everything 6 times. Alright, so blue, black 1, Thirst, this Chariot. I think I'm gonna hold the Mending. I don't really have anything I want to discard. This hand's pretty juiced up. And I'll just verdict these two. Alright, so we go white, white, blue 1, and we still hold up Ray of Enfeeblement as well. So go. Can't stay away on the epic here. Okay. Another epic here. Alright, we might Wrath again. These are annoying. And I can still Ray a thing next turn. Although I guess no, I'll just play Chariot actually. That sounds way better. That stops them in their tracks. The discard Parhelion. If they go land Greasefang, we can kill the Greasefang. Alright, they didn't. That's good news for me. And now we have Veto to protect from Thoughtseize. This should be enough. Our hand is pretty dank. Pretty dank, as they say. Alright, we'll probably post-combat play a Chart Course. Chumblock's fine. I get this probably means they're gonna go for another Fatal Push. Or sack. Okay. I don't want to veto this. Tap both my blue like a dummy. Okay. Here go. All I can play is Ray, so big mistake for me. Unfortunate. Now then go Thoughtseize plus Greasefang and I lose. Big misstep. Alright, we'll go ahead and play another blue. Alright, we'll chart a course, draw 2. Already played a land. So now we can March plus Ray. March plus Ray is probably good. Worst case scenario, we'll just Thirst. Have you had the classic no Greasefang in top 30 yet this league? Just had to happen to me 3 games in a row, lol. Otto, that is one of the downsides of playing Greasefang for sure. Sometimes you just don't draw it, you know? It's kind of a bummer. 5 mana. What's this? Can't stay away. Alright. Sure thing, boss. Urborg making me click artifacts. This? I haven't drawn Greasefang yet. I guess we'll try it now. Faithful. Discard Parhelion and a Triome. I guess I go again. Because I still have Ray March up, because I can still play a land. Still miss. Damn. We got 2 Rays up now, so the Greasefang part of their deck is no longer operational. All right, rummage. They finally conceded, chat. They gave up the ghost. They gave up the ghost. Maybe Collective Brutality is better than I think. Maybe popping the creature from Fable and taking their piece of interaction is good, but I think no. I think I got to be the control deck in this role. I guess I keep. I don't know. Just having a Ray or whatever just makes me feel so much better against the combo that I feel like I can just be fine. You know? We'll play this on blue, this on white. Epicure beat down, incoming. Do I chart? Do I dare? Do I dare chart a course? I think no. I don't want to just lose. Ah, they didn't crack. Interesting. That means their hand's probably pretty good. Maybe it's a bunch of fables and they just trying to hold up the blood tokens for fatal push. All right, we'll chart. Discard a backup Mech Hangar. Say go. Next turn we'll play Greasefang. Hold up a black. Or can we? Do we play this on white like a dum-dum? Ooh, was this a Thoughtseize consideration? Parhelion. Just what I needed. I think I just have to play a blocker here. I'm gonna bluff like I have the 1 mana answer. But I'm pretty sure we're about to get clapped. But I can't just die to these, I don't think. Oh, they didn't do it. That's good news. My opponent's name is Spock Vita Loca, and every time I see it, I think it's gonna be like Livin' La Vida Loca, but it's different. Or Livin' La Vida Vodka. That's what I was thinking. All right, so they draw 2. I thought they were gonna fatal push. This is fine also. If they don't kill my Greasefang here while they have revolts, I'm gonna assume that maybe Parhelion looting next turn could be good. So this is also why I want to play Greasefang, because they tapped a black last turn, which made me think that maybe they had an answer. But here, they can't take Parhelion, they have to take Ray, and now I just have to draw something to pitch Parhelion and hope it's good enough. And then my angels can maybe block their angels. I don't know. Hanger can cast black for Greasefang, right? Yes, you're right. I forgot. I was thinking it could only tap green for what you calls it, but you're right. You're right. I should have definitely played this, cast this, held up this, so I didn't lose to the combo. That was 1000% the right play, and I missed it. Alright, well, let's see if they kill the Greasefang. They know I have another one, though, but I need to draw Faithful or Chart to do it, if they kill this. Black-red Harvester, okay? Well, we do it. We did it. Alright, we'll spring it back. Activate crew. Easy clap. Never didn't have it. And then I guess we'll play Mech Hangar and hold up Thirst for Knowledge. Discard the Parhelion II. Unlucky they didn't pick Parhelion, yes, a little bit. Easy clap sums up my college experience. Oh, wow. Simic, I'm gonna need you to take it back about 20% there, brother. I'm gonna have to give you a nice little bonk. Alright, they still didn't discard Parhelion. Yeah, you're gonna get me a Monka TOS if you're not careful, sir. They had to discontinue the pizza sales from customer complaints that they were too juicy. Too juicy. Keeping. Put back whole, I guess. Almost every opponent today has said something to me at the beginning of the match. That's rare. Things are changing, I suppose. Mono red. Alright, Brutality hopefully is good. I'm just gonna do -2, -2. I'm on a mulligan already. I don't have a cool thing to discard, and I might miss if I make them discard. So while this could be more powerful than it was just then, a removal spell on their 1-drop is fine. Next turn I can go Faithful Mending, discard, play this tapped. If they play something, I might want a main phase in case I hit a portable hole that I can pop their 1-mana creature with. Okay, Bone Crusher Giant, nothing. That's nothing. Alright, we're just gonna Chariot next turn, probably. Shandi. Discard. I will go and get Chariot down so we can maybe pressure the Chandra. We're going to take the 1 from this, and then next turn we'll probably Portable Hole. Found Greasefang. That's good, but we don't have a Parhelion in the graveyard yet, so we're going to go for blocking with our Chariot. And then if they kill our Chariot, then we can Greasefang it back. That'll be a nice little 1-2. And it'll really tax their interaction and stuff. Yeah, you get Desparred. It's a pretty fun format in J Court. A lot of cool, weird things happening. You saw the price of Bone Crusher on Moto? Well, everything is artificially inflated on Moto because of the borrow services, so that's whatever. Ace Martinez, thanks for the follow. I missed a couple follows. AJ, Marlos Batista, Valerie, Tartolo, Agent Orange, and Isaac. Thank y'all for the follows. I appreciate y'all. All right, so let's crew this up. Let's crew this up. Again, we don't care if Chariot dies, so long as we can stick Greasefang. And they main phase kill a cat, which leads me to believe that they're just gonna maybe kill this and then attack. If that's their plan, I'm okay with it. Play with fire on the other one, that's fine too. If they just play Bone Crusher, We got a nice little turn lined up for next turn, maybe. All right, no attacks. I will hold up Chariot to block. Let's fire the draw. All right, let's fire face. Interesting. Baby, baby. Sure. I'm gonna give them a chance to block if they wanna. They probably won't. All right, we'll just say go and we'll march the Bone Crusher. Hey, fool. Unfortunately, March doesn't hit Planeswalkers. Well, sorry. Unfortunately for me, March doesn't hit Planeswalkers. All right, I think we got to take the 4 here now. Because we have to kill this Chandra, I think. Man, maybe I should have main phase killed the Bone Crusher, huh? Swiftspear Den. All right, maybe I just Faithful Mending now. Things are going south. Well, that's a bit better. All right, well, get back Parhelion. Screw it up. We'll go Chandra. I think the Angels can... Let me read this. Attacking and attacking. Okay, so 1 can go at Chandra. 1 here, 1 face. Parhelion comes back, but we have the Faithful Mending. Tornado Bones says Greasefang fucks. That's a cool card. I like it a lot, but the decks are fragile, but this one's feeling pretty darn good so far. This game do be over, though. It do be over, though. Is this a Mizium Mortars? What the actual fuck is happening? Oh, Raminap. Ah, Raminap light up the stage? Sure, sure, sure. Easy. All right, so Ray doesn't kill anything on Forcho. Verdict comes in. I wonder if I just board in Deafening Silence to slow them down. I want to cut regular silence for Verdict. I love Brutality. I kind of, maybe I should go blank them. Maybe Deafening Silence just fucks. It just makes a lot of their cards bad. All my other cards are good though. Ah, whatever. We'll just try one. I never on the bots that I was buying them from. Now that said, that that might not be how it always works across every format or whatever, but I think that happens like a decent amount. All right. Well, Kumano faces the chair. Kumano faces the wall. Let's go Deafening Silence. Maybe that'll slow him down. Hopefully we draw something to discard to Brutality. I don't want just Brutality for no value again. Alright. That's the only spell they can play this turn. Alright, well they didn't play anything I could target with Collective, so we'll just wait. See what they do. Chandra. Maybe this is bad because they have a bunch of creatures. Well, they didn't play a creature. That's good news for me. About to get hit for a bunch. But I kind of want to Thirst for Knowledge. Maybe even try to draw Verdict next turn. So we're virtually 10 life, kind of like an 8 life, but we can gain some next turn with Brutality plus Mending. We can play one on their turn, one on our turn. Okay, well, we got a hit here while they're tapped out. Let's go 2 cards. Let's go Mending and Hallowed Fountain. Although Hallowed Fountains are only second white, maybe we discard Clearwater. We drew the Verdict. Is that even enough? Not really. So we go to 3 from just these. We go to 1 from this. Skewer the critics. They can cast it, I guess, but deals 1 extra damage, but they don't have the mana. Skewer me, sure. All right. Well, definitely Silence looked bad, so I might cut it. Or a Veto. Feels like they're going way more control-y. Thank you, sweetie. What do I pitch here? I don't know. I feel like I might have just played that game badly. I like all. Maybe it's just 1 veto. It's fine. I feel like I just didn't have a great spot to cast my spells, and I got a little greedy, I guess. But this hand's great. Perfect mana. So we want this on black. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and threaten the Parhelion. Next turn we can go Portable Hole plus Collective Brutality. If they hold up mana, we can make sure they don't have anything. If they just tap out, use their mana, then they lose to the Parhelion. So we can save this extra white so we can maybe go double Portable Hole next turn. All right, Eidolon is GG for them. There's no surgicals in this format or anything, so. And this is the upside of playing Greasefang. If your opponent chooses not to try to interact with your combo, it's if you assemble it early, it's almost impossible to come back from in a fair sense. Like, I don't think anything can stop them from losing. Does anything from the Campaign previews look promising to you? Yeah, there's plenty of cool stuff from there. We're just going to take it. They can't kill us for 14. I don't want to be able to kill an Angel token. If they kill Angel, they have to spend 2 spells, which deals them 4 damage anyway. So they kind of lock themselves out anyway. Alright, so they kill an Angel. We'll kill Etchings and then attack for 8. And a spell kills them. All right, so let's go play this on white. We'll play Portable Hole, target etchings, and then have Veto up. We also could have gone Brutality and then held up Veto and discarded. That's probably slightly better. Off the top of my opponent's talking to me. I'll show y'all what they're saying. I'll tell you what they're saying. They said, had to assume you didn't have it. Off the top of my head, not sure there's any instant speed 3 damage spells, which is the real issue. So it's just Lightning, Strike, and the Wizards. Lightning, Sideboard, Volleys. And then present it as a stake. If you go get a if you buy like a whole New York strip steak or whatever, like with the bones intact, you have to like saw the bones off, the fat cap, something like that. I don't know the terminology. I'm new here. I'm just a new guy to cooking. I don't know all the terminology. Pay the believers, not yet, not yet. We have to win first. We have to win first. Here we go. Playing for undefeated elf. Uh-oh. You done any braising lately, Todd? I'm big into braising. I have not done a whole lot of braising, no. I do make a lot of curries and stews and soups. And I usually like sear the meat and then let it cook in. Is that braising if I sear meat and then let it cook in the stew for a while? I don't know what braising is exactly, I guess. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong. God damn, Matt. Well, I hope you're okay, bud. That's braising. Well, I make plenty of stews and soups where I do that, I guess. You'll be braising bar. Okay. Do I just kill the elf? It's simple. Just kill the elf. All right, so they think that we're a deck that we're not. Okay, well, I guess I do some braising. I make a lot of curries and I make a lot of stews. I usually cook the meat separately and then add it kind of closer to the ends. Especially for things like ground beef, and especially depending on how liquidy the concoction is. All right, well, time to chart this course. Discard this Parhelion. And then I guess I'll play this on black. Now that the gig is up. Is it the gig is up or the jig is up? Can anyone tell me? Is it jig or gig? Now that the jig is up? I think it's jig. That's what I always said anyway. What's your preferred meat to make a stew with on a scale of 1 to 10? How good is your chicken noodle soup? My chicken noodle soup is pretty good. I usually do chicken and rice soup though. All right, let's get another blue source. I'm gonna thirst for knowledge in case I draw a portable hole. I can just portable hole something. Let's go artifact, discard another Parhelion. Drew the portable hole. We'll go ahead and take care of a Voicey. Voica. And now let's just hope they don't draw land, huh? Jig is slang for trick or joke. I thought it was slang for a dance. You know, like a nice little dance. Well, can we draw a Greasefang? Another voice. All right, well, I'm just going to get the mediocre beatdowns. Never drew a green source for Chariot. Let's just go ahead and kill one of those, I guess. Dunzo, Washington. Do we want another Hallowed Fountain? I guess we'll just play Godless Shrine. Well, I don't really like chili that much. I like chili okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's certainly decent. You could even say that it's decent plus. Alright, well, they drew it, so we're probably dead now. They have to miss on Winota. If it's just Chariot, we have a shot. But if it's Winota, then we're probably dead. Alright, let's just hope they whiff. Oh, it's Blade Historian? Oh, that's fine. Now I can just trade with Voice. Or just eat Innkeeper. They won't attack with Innkeeper probably, right? Oh, they will. Alright, so I guess we'll block here. They don't have Trample. And this will let us eat that half of it. And then we can play another Chariot. I haven't seen Blade Historian in a minute. Alright, let's go Faithful Mending first. See if we get lucky. Find Greasefang and kill them. We don't. Alright, so let's just discard 2 Hallowed Fountains. Play Chariot. Day 1 was 12 rounds of what? I don't think he played 12 rounds. Did he? The Sunday 10K was 12 rounds? 9 plus top 8? That's crazy. Does that one also cut to top 12 or does it cut to top 6? Alright, well, I'm pretty sure I'm dead here. Opponent's on some Winota Classic. Alright, you win. I think. Yeah, we're dead. They'll have double strike. Alright, Ray coming in. Cage coming in. Silence coming out. Brutality coming out. Verdict in. 2 Mending out? I think that's what I did last time, right? Something like this. There's a lot more removal heavy, so losing cards is bad. Like going minus on cards. I guess I keep. We got a cage for their scariest card. We got half our combo. A draw spell is great. We put all our draw spells back in, so we have a Mech Hangar. It's not that big of a deal, but I don't know. We'll see. X3 was like 16 all the way to 80 something. That's kind of fucking wild. The draws were 0, it would cease to exist. No, every time they went to time, it'd be a loss. They would just concede. Gonna play this. Need to be blue for the verdict anyway. Don't want to take damage. If I don't draw a loot effect, I don't want to shock. I'll just play my land tapped. Mech Hangar for Okiba is good. So we have everything we need as long as we draw a loot effect. We have quite a few, but I mean we can obviously just not draw one for a little while. I think I'll probably go ahead and play Greasefang. That way, if we draw a loot effect, we can go ahead and get things online. And then if they have Brutal Cathar, a Wrath effect unlocks it. So Any white source off the top will do. This is pretty hilarious, though. I guess now this takes away my ability to Wrath, but I think that's okay. Come on, loot! A blue source is not it. I think I'm just dead. I'm gonna crew their Chariot for them. Hilarious that Greasefang gets to play Grafdiggers. I agree. It's because they're meshing with metal, you know? They're meshing with metal. Interesting. Alright, well, I'm definitely going to block a cat. I feel like they just fucked up. Aha! Got him! One man kill your thing. Haha! Got him! This is so anemic. Classic Greasefang. Should I have mulligan my 2 Parhelion Wrath Grafdigger's Cage hand against the Chariot, or against the Winota deck? Yeah, Ray of Enfeeblement is short for Raymond of Enfeeblement Son. Alright, so is it just Chariot coming in? Okay. We'll take 4. The land looks awkward. It is sometimes. This is the worst the deck has looked all tournament though, or all league. It's been kind of a mediocre game so far. All right, well, we drew it, so let's go chart a course. We'll discard Parhelion. I'm gonna go ahead and I guess shock. Going to march this, just casting. All right, we'll bring this back and attack. Now we have 2 4/4s, which can do some trading. But I'll try to survive without trading so I can just attack through the air to kill them since they're at 5. Siege Wino, thanks for 3 months. Says, what's up, Todd chat? Yeah, what's up with you, baby? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for the resub. Always say 1 month, thank you. 2 months, oh, I hope you come back because the 3rd month, I got you for life. I got you for life. All right, so let's hope that they don't kill my Grafdigger's Cage here with Night of Autumn or some other thing. Should have marched Winota. We have fucking Grafdigger's Cage. And I might want to Wrath next turn if things go south. I mean, we're just going to take 8 and down to 6 and then kill them. All right, I'm just going to take it. No blocks. All right, well, I'll hold one cage and then discard the other cage. We'll play this on black, and we can Ray of Enfeeblement something as well. Maybe I'll turn one Ray, kill elf. That sounds pretty good, actually. It's even Stevens. Voice you. I'm gonna play a second cage, just in case they have an answer for the first one. Remember, we got to do everything main phase. Archon of Emeria. Rip. So my land enters tapped. We can only play one spell, so we'll play Chart, discard Parhelion. Play this. Next turn, we can march this, pitching Portable Hole, and paying one extra. If we draw a land, then we can do that, then play Chart. Might also just play Thirst. Alright, so this enters tapped. Alright, so let's go. Man, this is hard. I feel like I just need to go for Greasefang. Alright, let's go Artifact Chariot. And then we'll play this on white tapped. The next turn we Greasefang, I guess. This Chariot? Chariot's okay. So we're at 7. We have 2 blockers. We do technically have the ability to march as well if we need. We do give him a voice token. We can't play it this turn. Next turn we can chart though. Hit him again. So I think march here to prevent us from dying, and then chart into Parhelion again next turn, I think is the play. And we'll just pitch like Parhelion Portable Hole to kill Chariot for 1. They get a voice token, but we have 2 blockers. So I think we're good. Even against like a Brutal Cathar, I think we're maybe okay. Skyclave. It says non-token, so we're not dead to this. I guess they take the Greasefang, and then we just have to block in such a way so they go to 8. Yeah, okay. I'm glad I kept the other cage. That might have actually ended up killing me if I didn't. So they hold back Archon to block. We just march it. Take 4 from Chariot, block everything else. I guess they can gain a life, so maybe we have to... Maybe we have to trade. Because they do gain a life. They tap this. Holy shit. What do I do here? They get a life off of... They get a life no matter what, right? So we just pitch 2 Parhelions now. Target Chariot. They get a voice token. We attack, Portable Hold a voice token. God damn it. This is so hard. March Innkeeper. They get a token off the voice and gain a life anyway. All right, I'm gonna go March the Chariot, and we're gonna pitch 2 Parhelions. Cast white. Done. So they get a big token, but then we'll just Portable Hole it. They gain a life up to 9. But they can't really afford... I mean, they can attack a little bit, I guess. We'll take 2 from this. We'll block these. We'll Portable Hole, attack for 8 on this. Oh, what's up, Logic? No worries. All right. So do we give them another big one? I think we just take this. Although maybe we have... All right. We'll take it this turn. Luckily, these have Vigilance, so we can keep pounding in. We're at 5. We're targeting this. I think... Are we just dead, actually? I think we're just dead. They don't know that, though. I guess I had to block this to not be dead, but I think I was still going to lose if I did. Man, I think I fucked this game up, though. Man, I feel like I messed up somewhere. Maybe I was supposed to march the Archon, like, way earlier. Maybe I'm supposed to block something differently. Maybe I'm supposed to march differently. Spellbinder. Maybe they'll just miss that they have lethal, and they'll just hold back their 2 flying blockers. Still dead to exact, so to block on voice. Well, block on voice, I go to 7, and then I can chump block voice and still kill the other token. So I think I had to block voice to not be dead. And then I think I was still going to lose to this flyer. But I think the real thing was maybe I should have just tried to kill the Archon way earlier. All right, let's get ready to pay. Choose prediction outcome. All right. GG. Pretty sad ending, but it is what it is. So let's go over the deck real quick. All right, so we're here playing 4-color Greasefang. This deck is one that I have some experience with in a number of different builds. Connorman 11, I think, was the first person to put a Okiba gang, Okiba boss into the Parhelion strategy back when Neon Dynasty was first released. The Esper versions I was not really a big fan of, because I felt like the Faithful Mendings and Charted courses were just worse than stuff like Seder Wayfinder, because you had to actually draw the thing instead of just having that more efficient look at the top X, put them into the graveyard. But the more I played with the blue cards, the more I started to really like them. Thirst for Knowledge, alongside this build playing Esika's Chariot, we actually have a lot more artifacts, so we don't mind discarding. Chariot's another great vehicle for Greasefang to get back and start attacking and creating some tokens. We can also just hardcast the Chariot. We have a couple of green pathways, one Zagoth Triome, and a couple of Mech Hangars. It's pretty rare that we need to cast it. We can bring it back with Greasefang pretty easily. I love that it comes back to your hand, too, so you can actually cast it again. The Collective Brutalities were sweet. The Faithful Mendings were fine. I don't know. This deck felt like it was maybe just missing one element. The mana was a little awkward. But I think that it just goes to show that stuff like Grafdigger's Cage, even if you play it against Winota, they can just ignore it and beat you to death with Esika's Chariot, which is exactly what we watched in that last match. So, Dovin's vetoes were solid. Supreme Verdicts were pretty good. Ray of Enfeeblement was a S tier sideboard card. I might play 4 next time. I never cast Silence once. I cited it out every match. I don't recommend playing it. I think it's just bad. I'd rather just play Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize also gives you a way to target yourself to discard extra Parhelion, which I like. The odds your opponent has like 2 things they can interact with you is not great. Silence is okay card against like Lotus Field too, though, so I understand why it's there. Plus, it's kind of a catch-all. You play Silence, right? Your opponent has Respond now. Oh, they don't have anything. Okay, then you go Greasefang, bring back Parhelion, attack for lethal, or attack for a ton. I think 4 Charter Course is better than 4 Faithful Mending. Personally, I felt like Faithful Mending was mediocre. The -1 card on the first cast is kind of brutal, and gaining 2 life is great though, and the flashback's also great, so it's very close. Collective Brutality, I did not escalate it more than once or twice, and I don't know that it's better than just playing another Charter Course, though I do like the ability to interact with your opponent's stuff and discard. That's kind of a cool little thing for the deck. March of the Otherworldly Light was fine. I didn't love it because it was just a little expensive. Portable Hole, obviously great. Go Blank was good. Never Cited in Dispute, but I like it against those counterspell heavy decks. Though, because Dode's Veto is not that good against you, they're going to be really relying on Absorb to deal with Greasefang. So Mystical Dispute's a great answer to that. Deafening Silence didn't come up, but it was okay. You know, I think it's an okay sideboard card. So, Slaggy D, thanks for the follow. All right. What are we doing? Am I done? I think I'm done. Callie's at home. I hate being on the stream when Callie's at home sick, so I'm going to go take care of her. I'm going to raid somebody, but it was a good stream today. We had a fun league with Greasefang. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll probably play something a little more up my alley, something that beats down, something with Llanowar Elves. See, Spike's still streaming. I'll go ahead and raid Jim. Y'all have a good rest of your Monday. And we'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to probably post something up on Patreon tonight, though. So if you're interested in reading an article about some of the new cards, that's what I'm going to be posting up tonight. If you want to check out the Patreon and support me so I can make content full-time, ! Patreon. All my articles on Patreon are free. But if you want access to the DMs, that'll cost you $5. All right, y'all have a good rest of your Monday. See you later.